What's going on, guys? Kyle the C here. In this video, I'm going to be talking about 10 things that I wish I would have known, or things that you should know when transitioning from the military and then going to college. So, a big thing is when I got out in 2019, got out of the Marine Corps after serving 4 years, I really didn't have a good plan of what I was going to do. I was out in the workforce for a while, and then I ended up going to college a few years later. A lot of these things in this video, I feel like if I would have known, I would have been better off, maybe would have went to college sooner. So as you watch this video, just take what I say with a grain of salt. Things may be different from person to person, but these are the top 10 things that I think I wish somebody would have told me before I went to college myself. So the first thing is that college is not hard. Throughout the military, I remember my first sergeant used to say, you guys are getting out. A lot of you guys want to go to college, but it's hard, and a lot of you guys are going to fail. You don't know what you're getting yourself into. My first sergeant wasn't really the most supportive guy in that respect, trying to get retention and whatnot, people to stay in. I thought college was going to be hard. I thought it was going to be really hard, and I thought I was going to fail. I used to have nightmares about starting college. Stupid fear, but it's something I think a lot of service members have going into college. They're scared that they're not going to be good enough. But I just want you guys to know it's not as hard as they make it seem. Now that you're older, more mature, especially now that you're older and more mature, have some of that military discipline. It's going to be easier for you than those around you. All right, for number 2, what career path should I go down? Now that's hard, but it's really up to you. If it makes a lot of money, but you don't like it, you're not going to want to do it. You shouldn't pursue that because you're not going to enjoy it in your everyday life. Or getting something that you really like, that really interests you, but it makes no money. And I think a really good example of this is like art. Art degrees don't make any money in the real world unless you live somewhere, somewhere niche where it does. But most places, art degrees don't really make very good money. So, and I would also say that think about where you're going to live after you get your degree. Are you going to live in, upper Michigan, where a lot of degrees won't really apply there? Are you going to move to Hollywood? Are you going to move to Texas, New York? You need to consider these things before you pursue your degree, so you know what the job market's going to be like, what kind of money you can make, what kind of jobs are out there, and if your degree is even relevant. But do something that interests you and makes you happy and makes a lot of money. If you can find all 3 of those things, then you should definitely pursue that, in my opinion. Now, number 3, I would say, is to take advantage of the scholarships and the stipends that are available at your college. So even though you're using the GI Bill, you can still get extra money from things. For example, at my college, there is a program where if you're the first one in your family to go to college, every semester they give you an extra $1,400. And that's a lot of money every semester. I mean, that can help pay your rent, buy books, parking, all that stuff you have to pay for at your college. With the stipend they give you, which can exceed what you need, I guess you would say, or maybe it won't cover everything, and then you'll have to pay for it out of pocket. So I think those are things that you should definitely look into before you even start school. And usually you find these things on your college website. Number 4 is to build a support system. And this is probably one of the most important things at college, is to have a support system. Some classes you're going to feel like are bogus, stupid, because they are. You don't understand why you need to take them, or they're needlessly hard. I've had some classes that were needlessly hard, that were easy but were taught in a difficult manner. You need to have like your wife, your girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, mom, dad, brother or sister, somebody you can vent to and talk to. Maybe somebody that's been through college before, and they can help talk you through some things. I know a lot of times I've talked to my wife because she's graduated college. You know, I've had to vent to her, ask her for advice, like, hey, what should I do? Should I get any tutoring or any other things like that? Definitely be able to get tutoring if you need it. Some topics in school, especially a lot of math topics in college, are extremely difficult. Not because it's difficult content, because like I hit earlier, sometimes things are taught in a really difficult manner. One of my math classes, I had to learn all of it, every bit of it, all by myself. Like the lectures I went to didn't really teach you anything, and you were expected to teach yourself everything before you came to class. So you're gonna get classes like that, and they're not fun. You'll spin your wheels just to get a C, just to barely pass. But don't let those things get you down. Definitely don't. Number 5 is to know your benefits. Know when they run out. Know how to maximize your benefits, and know how to plan out your college career so that you can get the most out of it. So one thing I didn't really think of when I went into college is my for sure major and my for sure minor. I didn't really know what exactly I was going to go to college for. I just knew I wanted to be in the business field. So I originally went to sign up for college and went and majored in marketing. And then I ended up switching later to finance. And then now I'm adding an accounting minor because I found out it was easy for me to do that. But if I hadn't had the forethought and foresight and looking into all those things, I may have not even went that route. So before you even start college, try and get a clear idea of what you want your major to be. And if you can, if it's easy for you, add a minor, because minors show that you have familiarity on the job resume. All right, this person got, a minor in accounting. He has some familiarity in that, and you might be able to get a job down the road that you didn't foresee. You never know when you might need that type of stuff, and you get to get more exposure and education in those types of fields, whatever your minor is. Number 6, know what credits will transfer from your military experience. So this is one part where I also wish I knew, and I know I was told, but I think I got the raw end of the deal. So if you go and you set an appointment with your academic advisor, but when you talk to these people about scheduling your first semester, say, hey, I was in the military, I have college credits that I think will transfer, and then you can go on, just Google, college credits in the military. It'll bring you to a DoD website. You can sign in and see. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but you can see what college credits you got while you're in the military on some VA website, But they should know what you need, and they'll tell you, hey, get me this form. And then you give them the form, and then you don't have to take a math class or a holistics class. You can get out of a few classes and instead taking something else and get ahead and maybe even be able to take a minor that you may have not been able to. So definitely look into that. Number 7, don't be afraid to fail, but don't give up. So failing at school is something that's probably going to happen to you a little bit. So I would say that most college students, 18, 19, 20 years old, have never had any kind of conflict to where they had to work through something in their lives until they got to college. A lot of people are like that. You being in the military at some point, I'm sure you've had to have some conflict resolution to where you had to figure something out and work through it, right? And that's really exactly what you need to do in college. When you have a tough class, it has a lot of homework. You just need to power through it. Just work through it. Don't give up. If you get an F or you fail, assignments, I failed assignments that I thought I did well on, you just take that and you just move forward. You just keep moving forward all the way to the end of the semester, not missing any more assignments, doing your absolute best. And if you fail because you're doing your absolute best, all that means is that you needed to work on it more. Like, sometimes you fail classes. It happens. Number 8, find veteran groups on campus. Now, a lot of people, when they get out of the military, they don't want anything to do with the military. They don't want any association with it or anything like that. But the fact of the matter is that you will have in common with a lot of people the military. And you can meet a lot of cool people at college who have been in the military, who can help you help you get opportunities that other people may not have known about or you have never known about. For example, I'm a part of the Student Veterans of America at my college, and they have opportunities at meetings from where employers come in and talk about professional development, how to better your resume. And you don't even have to go to those. Sometimes they just, hey, let's go bowling. We got free beer, free pizza. Coming down this bowling alley and we'll have a good time. But you're all working towards the same goal. Y'all like beer. You all like to drink. You all just want to have a good time, get through college. And these student veteran groups, I would say, are the best way to do that as a veteran without getting lonely or feeling depressed. And number 9 is network and meet new people. So kind of just what we're talking about. College overall is just a growing experience, whether it's socially, spiritually, academically. It's just a growing experience, learning experience. So, go to college football games, go to tailgating events, have a good time. Date around if you're single. If you're not, find cool stuff on campus. You can take your wife to, take your husband to, take advantage of those types of things, and just don't be afraid to kind of go and talk to people. Now, number 10, our last thing that I think you should know about going into college is just have the right mindset. Knowing that you're in the military, you probably are prepared for college. Plain and simple. It's really not that crazy. But I would say 90% of the people I met in the military would do just fine in college. And I know I've met a lot of people that said, oh yeah, I wouldn't do so good in college, I'm not that smart, and it just put forth some effort, with the right mindset, with being positive and proactive, and you'll be just fine. Just do the stuff you did in the military. It's that simple. And that's basically everything that I have written down here to tell you guys about that I think you should know before going to college. But college definitely is a good break from life, like break from the whole life thing, and being able to kind of just grow. And I think the GI Bill does a really good job of helping you do that. And then when you finish college, you have a degree, whether you want to go back in the military or stay in the civilian world. Degrees get you places. And I think the biggest mistake I made getting out of the military was thinking that people would want to hire me just because I was a veteran. And that's not true. It's not true at all. Even if you had a sweet ass job in the military, odds are they're not just going to hire you because you're in the military. And I think that's a really big misconception people have. So that's basically it. So if you guys like this video, please comment, and subscribe. Let me know if there's any other kind of videos like this you guys want to hear about. I'm thinking about uploading a few new ones about what it's like to be a veteran in the civilian world. So that's Kyle the C signing off. Thanks.